you start yet?
I clicked it and it says you are live, but it says offline on the video I'm watching.
Oh god, because I already pressed start.
There we go, live. All right, so we're back. It still says offline on the video.
Oh, it's live over here. So
Yep, same.
Sorry, people. We running through some technical difficulties.
Yeah, Chris isn't here, and so we don't know what to do. Now that we're back, everybody's nice and refreshed. Had a little break in the powder room. Let's talk about. Do you guys want to talk about Resident Evil 7 first, or do you want to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn?
Resident Evil.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing that I saw, and the thing that carried the most weight for me was that VR thing, where we didn't even know that it was Resident Evil 7 until the very end, and it was pretty unnerving. It was pretty terrifying to watch.
Oh man.
And it was PT demo, the game. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was, they totally ripped
I
PT
was
demo.
horrified. I was horrified, man. Like every time I heard something move, it freaked me out. I could not. I was like closing my eyes throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I don't think I'll play that game. It looks pretty scary.
Dude, I'm watching the demo right now, and fucking crazy. And
Yeah.
and it's VR. So they didn't let you know that it was fucking Resident Evil until the end, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't know what it was, and then at the end it said VII, and then Resident Evil filled in with the rest.
I honestly thought it was a whole new game. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this game looks amazing. The Resident Evil's like, oh my fucking god.
So it's found footage. It's not a traditional Resident Evil game. They just took PT demo and.
That's horrible. That sucks. No, I don't like that idea. Isn't there already a couple games that are like that? Like they're
I'm
like,
sure
this is found footage.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of games like that. It's the go-to VR experience, horror.
But here's the good thing about Resident Evil, man. They're going back, not technically going back to the roots of RE1 through 3, but they're going back to what Resident Evil should have been, and that's just horror. Because you go back and watch, Resident Evil
5 wasn't a horror game
trailer
anymore.
or the 6 trailer. It didn't front. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. This though scares you.
Yeah.
Right, but there's no guns, is there?
No,
We don't know that though.
As
right?
far as we know, there's none. Yeah, as far as we know, there's none. And
It's
if
just a
there is no
bunch of-
guns, that's I'm hoping they're gonna do something like Shattered Memories did for Silent Hill, where there is no fighting back. All you can do is run.
It's a completely different game though, because Resident Evil is a shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do people feel about that? Where's it at on the list?
Number 8, 35,000.
Yeah. It has a lot of dislikes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not. A lot of people argue it's not Resident Evil.
I agree with them.
In its own right, it is PT demo. So.
The only thing we could hope is that I don't know. I talked to my brother about it. He straight up told me he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the idea that it's a first-person virtual game, like VR game. He doesn't like that aspect of it. And whatever he says about Resident Evil, I take solidly. Because I've seen that kid do some crazy-ass fucking runs of any Resident Evil game that he gets his hands on. And that's just his overall game.
I don't know if the VR is gonna make the game scarier, so be it. I don't know why you wouldn't like it. Maybe being VR, it doesn't. It makes the guns not happen. I mean, I haven't seen a shooter with VR. Have you?
Yeah, they did the Eve Valkyrie thing.
Like that is legitimately what I do for him. So yeah, I know he says he's not. I know he says he does not like it, but I know that the moment it comes out, he's gonna bug me about it. He's like, I know, even though he has a job, he's gonna come bug me. He's like, "Can you go get me Resident Evil? Can you go get me Resident Evil?" I'm like, "All right, fuck it, might as well." Because I myself, I'm down to watch him run through it And then if he sees some strats online for speedrunning, I'm down to watch him speedrun it.
Right. So okay, and also so you're playing what character you're playing yourself basically?
No, it's found footage. It may be different characters each round for all we know. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, I can see why he says it's not, Resident Evil.
It certainly isn't the traditional formula for a Resident Evil game, but
Usually-
Konami's got to make some moves, especially considering they saw the waves that the PT demo made. It's just, oh my god, it's almost like all the Konami fans are gonna just. Part of me wants to just not even touch this, just out of respect for Kojima. Yeah, my bad, Kojima, because it's like you guys totally stole his idea. You guys totally, and they totally. The worst part is they totally cock blocked everything he had going with Del Toro, sent him on his way, and stole the idea. So it's like, did you really just do that? Is this really what? Really?
Is this really what you've come to?
I'm almost wondering if something happened behind the scenes with this. I'm almost wondering, you know what I mean? If Kojima did that Silent Hills thing, and there was some serious shit behind the scenes with this. Konami was like, nah, we need that for Resident Evil, and he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm doing this. You know what I mean? It's all speculation, but I'm really wondering.
In Colonel Land basically said he thinks it's an RE demo for training missions for Umbrella.
Yeah, it's a distinct possibility. I don't know, or it could be like I was thinking it could be like the Assassin's Creed type of approach where you are Umbrella Corps in this game and you're watching all of the footage of the outbreak, trying to cover it up or something. I don't know. Trying to get.
I'd believe that Umbrella. I wouldn't doubt that Umbrella had some dude sitting away in a fucking like tiny ass room with a bunch of footage, trying to like make sure none of the rest of it gets out. So no one knows it's their fault.
And you're the guy that just has to watch it and shred the tapes after they're done or something.
All right, go play Outlast if you ever. It's Outlast. You ever played it?
Outlast, yeah.
It looks like the exact same as Outlast to me.
Yeah. Outlast was on PS4, right?
Oh, hey, that's something interesting.
And PC.
Apparently, in Colonel Land even said that the girl on the phone was Ada Wong, so we're probably gonna end up seeing some of the original characters for Resident Evil.
Wow.
But I would have preferred Leon. I'm kind of getting tired of Ada at this point. Even though Ada is a badass, I think Leon needs a bit more love than like one game and like a shit role in a movie and then a shit role in Resident Evil 6.
The movies aren't even the same world, are they?
No.
Really? It's a completely different universe.
No, because they added a whole new character as Alice, and Alice has nothing to fucking do with Resident Evil. Some people might argue with me, but honestly,
and the movies are bizarre. They're not even quality movies usually, are they?
No, only
like
the
second rate, straight to DVD.
only the CG ones. The CG ones with Leon are actually pretty fucking well made. And yeah, the Resident Evil movies are good, but like, from my perspective, it's something I'm gonna watch because it at least has more stand in what should be in somewhat of the story compared to what Silent Hill movies are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't. That one, it's weird. I think it could go either way. That new Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Can you guys like hear me eating like watermelon like crazy over here?
I hear munching on something, but I'm also like munching on candy over here.
Oh my god!
Ghost and Resident Evil demo, the Ghost Girl.
Haven't I come unprepared? I have a bottle of water. So let's talk about Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a Sony exclusive. It's going to be on PlayStation 4 only, and boy, oh, does that game look interesting, in my opinion.
Is that with the chick? Yeah. So
yeah,
that
it's like a tribal. It's like the future. The world has completely gone away. The old world, and now technology is just like it seems like dinosaurs, like robot dinosaurs and robot deer and all the animals are robots. That's what it looks like. And she has like a super cool staff and you can hack them.
What was that one game where it was like a God of War? But it was like it was a chick. It was like
Heaven's
Sword.
Heaven's
I
Sword.
think no.
Heaven's.
Yeah, there you go.
Heavenly Sword.
There you
Yeah,
go.
those things are a little bit kind of like this game, slightly a little bit. Just kind of. But I mean, dude, this game is way doper than fucking Heaven. This game is so dope. Like, there's so much. I don't know. So many.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks really good. It looks like a. It looks like it's got like all of the gathering and hunting and crafting of like Far Cry game has, but like a third person action oriented game, less shooting. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty cool the world that they created in that game, because it gets rid of that whole mechanic where you're like, oh really, I just killed 2 eagles and now I have an extended mag. You know what I mean? Like, it's at least now it's like, oh, it's a robot, so of course I made an EMP bomb out of its guts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love like the physics, the grass.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's I
Looks
don't
really
know if it's
good.
gonna be this good. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be this good live. I don't know if it's like, it's pre-rendered or whatever. But man, the graphics look great, and one thing that always bothers me about video games is hair. I don't know why hair bothers me. Like, I guess you just don't got the technology yet. But this hair.
No, that's not true. Square Enix does a really good job with hair.
You think so?
Oh yeah. They kick ass and take names with hair, and so did that asshole from The Witcher. That guy looked really good.
It was okay. I mean, the mods made it even better. But it was okay.
Are we all vegetarian? No, we eat each other, I think is the idea in that game. No, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. That is something probably. Yeah. If I had to guess, probably, or maybe yeah.
Oh, what?
The one thing I did end up saying, just to answer a question, because some in Colonel did ask if they're still real animals.
That's what
in
I
the
said.
trailer, I did. In the trailer, there are still some animals. You can see them like running around. So I'm pretty sure they're not vegetarians at all. Pretty sure they still might be eating meat here every once in a while.
I'm interested in the storyline, actually. Like, what kind of...
Yeah.
How did this
What
happen?
happened?
You're leaving home. I know that's the thing. Your character is leaving home.
Right.
That's a mechanic in that game.
Because it's a weird... just at its face value, like, what were hunters / gatherers, but with robots? Like, so I wonder if this is like taking place like maybe a couple 100 years.
Yeah. That was made clear in the beginning of the trailer. She said the old world is gone, and it's a mystery. You know what I mean? It's been so long.
Oh yeah. It's fuck. Who's making these robots? I want to know.
I think they're making themselves.
Okay, so it's like maybe it's like post singularity, and and like maybe some people were like, "Yo, look, we're not gonna be part of this shit," and they're trying to leave civilization.
Yeah.
They made these people left civilization, and then now we're with this situation.
Yeah.
Who knows? There's probably many possibilities that will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. What the fuck, man? Holy fuck, dude! This game is crazy. The buildings are coming down and shit. That's awesome, man. Dude, it's so fast.
Yeah.
It's a very fast video game.
It is fast paced. Yeah.
And I love the camera movement.
I like that she walked up and hacked that moose, that robot moose, and then started riding it around.
Yeah. And then they got some slow motion features, right, for the shooting the arrows.
The environment looks fantastic.
Fuck yeah, it does. Oh man, the distance from the camera and the character is really like perfect distance. Fuck, dude, it's really good. I'm actually, man, I'm really impressed.
I think Sony brought it in terms of like making you want to get the Neo over the Xbox One S. Even though I know that Xbox One is saying that Microsoft is saying that the Xbox One S is going to be more powerful, I still want the Neo if I'm going to pick one of them.
Hell yeah. It's so crazy that they're already abandoning the old. I don't understand why. I mean, they're still good, don't you think? I don't understand like why they're upgrading. But anyways, that's a different subject. Yeah.
Is it time?
What time for what?
Is it time to start talking about?
Let me say this first. So, before we get into that, because pretty sure it's no surprise we're gonna go over Nintendo at this point, especially since if you listen to the other part of the podcast, you know that we're saving this to the end. But before we get to that, at least let me say this. Horizon Zero Dawn was actually placed number 6 in all searches with 37,000 searches.
Oh, wow.
and a couple more
Where
interesting
was it
things
at?
to
Where'd
go
you say it
over.
was at?
This is just Google off in general, just off of searches. So it was place number 6.
Wow.
Right, yeah, right above Days Gone, Mass Effect, Andromeda, Resident Evil 7, and Last Guardian. One thing to go over, the most popular studios at E3 based on organic customer interest. Number 1 was Xbox. Number 2 was Ubisoft. Number 3 was PlayStation. 4 Bethesda, and 5 was Nintendo.
Nintendo was 5th.
Yep.
Wow. What was the number 1 search game?
Number 1 search game was Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
And they earned it.
Yep.
I believe they earned that, man. Dude. Okay. Let's do this fair. Because Nintendo talked about Pokemon for like a minute and a half. So Pokemon Sun and Moon are coming. When are they coming, Martin?
Man, I don't remember.
Right.
Like
They got
at that point when
they got eclipsed.
It sucks. It's
at that point when Zelda came up, it was just like, fuck it. I don't care about anything else Nintendo's going to talk about at this point.
So, all right. So let's
keep going forward.
Let's approach this in a reasonable way. Nintendo came to E3 with a very unorthodox approach. Traditionally, when games companies, console producers come to E3, Microsoft, Sony, they show off a new console if they have one ready. Sony didn't show off their Neo, but everyone knows all about it. Specs and things like that have been released. The Scorpio, they showed off the Xbox One S. We know Nintendo has the NX coming. We don't know what it is. We don't even know what the actual name of the console will be. And they didn't bring that. They didn't bring the NX. They took a very ballsy approach. They said Zelda will blow everybody's mind enough that we're only going to bring Zelda, basically. And we're just going to cover the floor in Zelda and it's going to be Oprah. You get a Zelda, and you get a Zelda, and anyone can play Zelda. And so going into it, I think fans had a mindset like, oh, you better bring it. You know what I mean? Like, if this is what you're going to do, so you better not show no Skyward Sword type of ish. You know what I mean? And boy, did they bring it. I wrote if you're listening and you don't already know, I wrote quite a comprehensive Zelda article on our website, and it literally, to my knowledge, has the most information in one place that you can find right now, and it's comprehensive. I'm adding to it as it goes, so I'm gonna take from that. But before I start tackling the many changes and things like that it's gone through, first and foremost, I want to hear from Alvarez, because you're not traditionally a Zelda fan, right?
Yep, not.
What did you think of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild from what you've seen?
Huge. Like at first you're like, oh man, I don't know, it's kind of a whatever, another Nintendo game. But then after you just pay attention a little bit, you just see like, holy shit, it's Skyrim. Yeah, it's just Skyrim. That Skyrim feeling again. That magic.
Man.
That magic. When I remember when Skyrim came out, you're like, holy shit, this is huge. This is magical. This is beautiful. Holy shit, it's a fucking my life. Family. What are those people? I like no, like this will suck you in, you know. And so so that's what I felt with this game. I felt like this is amazing. It's smooth. There's so much to do, so much to go. Apparently, like you can just beat the game immediately if you have the skills, shit like that. It's rumored. I don't know. And this game is like a super open world. I don't know. The graphics look great. They're gonna push the Wii U to the maximum. I mean, like, with these, with this graphics, I think that's probably why they. And it seems like I think it's gonna run great. You know, and that's probably why they didn't even bring that.
Well, it's gonna. Yeah, that might be it, man. You might have just hit it. I think they might not have needed to bring the NX just to show like this is what it's gonna look like on the Wii U. And then I think later in a direct they'll probably show it on the NX, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, holy fuck," you know what I mean?
Yeah. so no one's left out, and then maybe they're trying to maybe still keep selling those Wii U's. I don't
They're
know.
they're gonna keep. Apparently, Nintendo says they're gonna keep supporting the Wii U, and games are gonna come out simultaneously. On this isn't gonna be the only game to do this.
You know, and I support that idea.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Because you know, if you look at it, that's what they always done. You took the Wii controllers, brought them over to the Wii U.
Yeah, but with software, that's not what they've always done. They've only ever done that with Zelda titles.
Right, right.
With a Zelda title, actually. And that was Twilight Princess.
So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, could we play this so many different ways? Could we play it with the
I think
Wii U,
yeah, I think
Wii U fucking gamepad, or could you just play it with the, what do you call those?
The Pro controller. So the support is going to be whatever the NX can run. So whatever the NX's native controller is, I would imagine it's going to be a new iteration of the Pro controller. And they said that the Wii U pad will be a usable control method and the Pro controller. And if you don't know what the Pro controller is, it's just it looks just like a Nintendo ass Xbox One controller.
I just love the options. I love that.
Yeah,
the knuckle chucks. Maybe they might bring those in.
No. I hope they don't. Because people didn't like that about Skyward Sword.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I want this to be the game that it is. I don't need a gimmick, and I like how Aonuma didn't even try to make a gimmick out of it at all. There isn't even a gimmick. There isn't one. That's one thing that I can say with confidence. I did not see a gimmick.
Right.
This one didn't have. They weren't like, oh, in this one everyone has a pet moose. You know what I mean? Because last time everybody had a pet bird.
They did have that the pad, right? You could take selfies in the game. Seems like, right? He had like a little pad, like a little iPad.
He's got the Sheikah slate, and it is arguable that they're trying to do because a lot of Wii games have the whole thing where they try to like incorporate the Wii pad into the game. But to be fair, Martin, you're a huge Zelda fan, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's hard to do this and not sound like I hate Zelda.
No, go for it.
Going into this Breath of the Wild stuff that they're showing, it makes me look back at the old Zelda games and go, man, those games needed a lot. Like, they were good games, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, great games. They needed something, because Ocarina of Time's menu system and item sorting, in the modern age, it's just plain old archaic. It's plain old unacceptable. You know what I mean? We live in the age now where pretty much everything is on a tablet or a screen of some sort. And so when you open up your menu in Skyrim, even, essentially you're opening up some sort of UI. You know what I mean? Like your guy in Skyrim doesn't have a UI in front of him, you know? But they still have to give that to you. But I like how they kept in Zelda, it's always been you have whatever it's what you have, you know what I mean? Like, Link has all of this stuff on him. You know what I mean? Like, the Ocarina, he's carrying that around with him. And that's his link to the world in Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask, he's got all these masks on him. You know what I mean? They're the whole point of the mask. And in this one, they've chosen the Sheikah slate, and it was really smart of them, in my opinion, because essentially they said, Link, here's a tablet. It'll make this game way better. And Link was like, fuck yeah, and grabbed that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because they didn't, I feel like they didn't ruin immersion with that thing, because they could have easily ruined immersion. You know what I mean? But they didn't. It looks like a little slate. It looks like a little tome, like he's carrying around a 6-stone book. It fits into the world. You know what I mean? I haven't heard any complaints on it anyway.
No, yeah, sure. You got it. You made a good point. I thought maybe it was a little bit of a gimmick, but
it needed to happen. It needed to happen. You know what I mean? We needed better menus. We needed a better UI. We needed item sorting. And here's why we needed item sorting, ladies and gentlemen. They came out with a shitload of new items. Because previously, it's been like a part of the series that Link has, like, at most, four actual weapons, and then everything else he has are tools? You know what I mean? Skyward Sword had the Master Sword,
You had Faye.
Yeah. You could get the different shields. Okay, well,
Different tunics and stuff.
yeah. Fuck that. In this one, it's like fucking Skyrim. It's like any other RPG ever. There's a shitload of items. Just fucking so far, we've seen over 15 different weapons with unique attack animations, stats, because now each weapon does a different amount of damage. Like, for instance, he was wielding a claymore at one point, a two-handed sword, much like the Big Goron sword from Ocarina of Time. He had a spear at one point, a club,
An axe.
an axe, yeah, a leaf, straight up a leaf, a pitchfork, the fire rod, and every one of these weapons has durability. You know what I mean? They get damaged and they break. You have to have another one. There's different bows, different shields. Let's structure this a little bit. Let's talk about the world. It looked beautiful. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the world?
I'm fucking.
It looked fun. It looked fun. That makes sense. Like it was. That's something that I think like Skyrim. I mean, sorry for the comparison.
No, I think it's completely fair comparison.
Like Skyrim wasn't necessarily fun. Like it just was amazing.
Yeah.
But this Zelda looks like it's a fun environment. There's a lot of fun in it. It's just like, oh yeah, this is fun. Let me jump over here. Let me jump over there. Oh, this breaks. Oh, this is cool. It's a very fun environment. You guys can hear me, right? I'm not
yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And where Skyrim, it's just like, you know, let me just try to climb this mountain that wasn't supposed to be meant to be climbed. That was the fun for the environment. That was it. And yeah, you know what you get what I'm saying there a little bit. Like,
you're talking about the interaction with the world, the movement around the world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I
fun.
think that's like fun. Yeah, that's.
I mean, shit. He paraglides. He shield slides. You can go snowboarding down the mountain on his shield now.
Right. It's not a running simulator. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Where Skyrim is a running simulator.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of like that a little bit, but after you play like 100 hours, you're like, God damn it, this is gay. So
yeah,
and so I want to. Yeah, with this game, I'm assuming it's just fun all the way through. It could be bigger than Skyrim, and it would just be fun. Like, all right, it could, go all the way over here. Like, holy shit, this is gonna be crazy. In Skyrim, it's like, all right, just make sure I don't stay on the road, and maybe I'll encounter something like one or two fucking weird things. But then it's just I don't know. I think it's too soon to tell though. Maybe it might be shitty. Maybe it might. Doesn't seem like it.
I don't. If this game turns shitty, man, I will. Oh man, I can't see it happening. The game looks amazing. Just the demo looked like a fun enough game. I'd pay $60 for that demo. Hell, I paid $40 for Ground Zeroes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. Yeah,
what do you think? What do you think, Martin? I gotta hear I gotta hear it.
Man,
you haven't even talked to me. You haven't even talked to me about my article yet.
No, I'm still like reading through it. That's the funny thing. Before I even hopped into this, I was actually watching Deuce Bigalow on my TV and going through your article at the same time.
Yeah, it's long. It's big.
Yeah, I'm still going through it, and honestly, everything you cover in the article is basically the exact same stuff we're almost going to be covering in this thing. In this part of the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's so hard for me to even talk about it because I remember last year they showed the trailer. The trailer blew my mind because I was like, oh my god, it's open world. I assumed it was open world. I knew that every Zelda game is sort of open world, but it was a huge map.
It's locked. It's locked. It's a Metroidvania type of open world.
Yeah, and well, no, that's what I thought. That's legitimately what I thought at first. I was like, yeah, they're probably not gonna let you leave. That first area, sort of like fucking what is it? The first areas you ever spawn in any Legends of the game, you're not gonna be able to leave it. Whether it be a village or a little fucking town, you're not gonna be able to leave it until you do something there.
Yeah.
But before I get into that, the first thing that came to mind is like, wow, they really took the openness of Ocarina of Time, the vast map expansion of Wind Waker,
Yeah, and then put it
and
on land.
yeah, just smushed
Yeah.
them together and said, put it onto map, and then
Well,
made it land out of it. And they're like,
okay,
this is it.
but take this into consideration because Aonuma even actually said something about it, and I immediately realized it. So, if we look at Zelda, starting at the very first one, The Legend of Zelda, that came out in what the 80s, 83 or 84 or whatever, that game was arguably the first open world game for a lot of people, because that game did just say, da-da-da-da, there you go, figure it out. You know what I mean?
Take
Like
this fucking sword, and you're on your own.
yeah, oh, shit. The first time I played, I didn't even get the sword because I didn't even go in the cave. I was like,
Oh,
fuck,
man.
fuck that cave. I bet there's bad guys in there. You know what I mean? I don't have anything yet.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
one
I
thing
mean?
I hope for Legend of Zelda, that there's no tutorial. Please don't make this easy for me. I want this
It,
shit hard.
Hey, it
Please
didn't
don't.
look like they were
yeah,
drowning it in tutorials because Nintendo's really bad about drowning things in tutorials. That's the thing. It seems like this game is literally the result of Aonuma just listening to the West, because the West has been bitching about that part of Zelda forever. The
yep.
tutorials, literally, you can't even play Twilight Princess until you fucking just bang your face against tutorial land for like an hour and a half. It's ridiculous. It is
Yeah,
absolutely ridiculous.
that's something that in gaming, ever, like all the time, no one's
Like,
ever complained. I don't know how to do this. What the fuck? Fuck this
we
game.
have the internet. Like,
Yeah,
we can
make
figure
it
it
that.
out. Do not
Yeah,
patronize us.
yeah, exactly. Like when
Yes.
did this? The old
Let
games,
us
Super Mario,
let us
all the
see the
old.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, like let me learn how to play this game.
Yeah.
Now, if I miss some shit, oh well, that makes it more exciting. Run through it again and fucking play it. Oh, I didn't know I could do that halfway through the game. Like, and then that makes it better because you didn't know you could do that. That's something about that. Like, oh man, you're angry, but yet you're like excited that you can do this new thing, this new technique or whatever. Um, one thing about it, like to bring back climbing. Holy fuck, all this climbing. You see the climbing of cliffs? Like all that fucking climbing. I'm like, holy shit, I'm excited to do that. You know, not in real life, but but in video games. And what else? Oh, the weather, by the way, is
Yeah, the
amazing.
dynamic weather. Though, so Chris said that he doesn't like the shield riding thing. It seems kind of lame to him. Why couldn't you craft like a board or something? And that's, I think that's a fair thing to say. But at the same time, Zelda is still Zelda, and it's kind of cartoony in nature.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a fun world, like Alvarez was saying. Skyrim is Skyrim. It's a very serious world. There's dragons on the way, and while there is like that foreboding monster on Death Mountain and terrifying things flying around in the sky and Hyrule's going to shit, it's still Zelda. Aonuma even said we have advanced physics in this game, and the hitbox is amazing, and everything is great, but we still left that Zelda cartoony, the anime type physics of things. Like, he stands on the raft and fans the sail from the raft with the leaf propelling himself forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's funny because, we know that wouldn't work, but it works. And it's fun that you have to think that way to solve puzzles and things like that. And I like the shield sliding thing because it's like, that's Zelda, and that's something I could see in a Zelda game. You know what I mean? Honestly, any other game, I would agree. But with Zelda, if he would have been crafting a snowboard to snowboard down the hill, I would have been like, all right, come on.
Yeah, I would have
Uh,
lost interest right then and there. For me
yeah,
personally,
I
I
would
would
have
have
been
been like,
like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean?
if I want to craft shit, I'll go play Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a crafting mechanic, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Because there's already the cooking and the potion making
Yeah,
and all that shit. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of crafting mechanic in this game. I don't know what capacity, but I'm not looking for this like crafting simulator. You know what I mean? It's Zelda. I want a Zelda game, and I like how quick and easy it is that with any shield you can shield slide.
right.
And
That was a complaint too about like a lot of games today. They're trying to put every fucking game into games. Like they're trying to make every little like, oh, I saw that in this other game. I'm gonna put it in this game now.
no,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Which, yeah, and then it just like makes the
yeah,
whole. There's just too many. There's too much going on. So yeah, I agree. Like they're just using just enough. You know, not
Yeah.
they're not overdoing it. You know what
So-
I'm saying? Like you're saying.
So to the untrained, or to the fan, to the trained eye, the major structural changes that are immediately obvious are, first and foremost, it's open. You know what I mean? Like, this game, there's no limits. It's like the original Legend of Zelda, just scaled up. You know what I mean? Put on the Wii U. I almost, dude, I almost wonder, speculation, but I almost wonder if Aonuma is straight up just timeline. This is the first Zelda. I really wonder, because the first Zelda, the world's kind of just gone to shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
it kind of seems like that's what's the case in this one, that Hyrule has just gone to shit.
Hold on, let me pull up the timeline, because I know that the first Zelda is actually Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that's the
then-
first one in the timeline. Skyward
Yeah.
Sword is the first one, but the original Legend of Zelda is not until way later, I thought.
But I thought you guys said that each Zelda is kind of like its own world.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
no, it's the same world, but each Zelda is just the tale of the Hero of Time, and the Hero of Time is the Avatar. He is reincarnated, and he shows
It's
up when
Link.
he's needed. Yeah, Link is the Hero of Time. Link is the Avatar. He shows up when Hyrule needs him, and he saves the
Basically,
day.
like what Avatar is. but
Yeah, it is.
Zelda
right?
came up with it first.
Yeah, Zelda
Rather
did. Zelda did come up with it first, and the idea is just that this same kid, he's got a green tunic, and because Skyward Sword was that's why Skyward Sword was different, because Skyward Sword was supposed to be the first one. So when they gave you the green tunic, it wasn't the green tunic of the Hero of Time. It was, this is the uniform that these assholes wear. You know what I mean? And then after that, it's like, okay, well, that's what Link wore. This is what Link will wear again when Hyrule needs him, and again, and again, and again, and again. But it's pretty cool, because this one he's wearing, it's almost like the art style is the same as a Wind Waker, but obviously more advanced and detailed. It's cel shaded, but he's wearing the Hyrule garb, is the blue tunic, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Islander garb in Wind Waker. But that's also something that people have been saying. This one might be the one that comes after Wind Waker, whenever the water subsides. You know what I mean? And the land masses come back out, right, Martin?
Yeah, that's how I see it, man.
That's a reasonable assumption.
Because I did pull up the timeline, and the first Legend of Zelda is actually in the Heroes Defeated timeline, and it's the second to last.
Yeah.
So
that's
after
the Master Sword. Yeah, and he's in the water, so maybe he was healing. Maybe he was being resurrected, or I don't know. There's no way to know, because you just wake up in the pool. I like that they went with that classic theme, the awakening. Link awakens. Wake up, Link. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it always is. Wake up. Oh, that's another thing. You're Link. There's a voice actress in this. Your name is Link. I don't know, they might let you name your save file, but your motherfucking ass is Link in this one. You're not gonna be, you know what I mean? You're not Hideo Kojima, the legendary Hero of Time. You're Link. I like that. I like that they did that.
Any rumors about any multiplayer options on this?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I think it would be weird, and if they did do it, it would have to be some Four Swords type of shit. I know
it'd be hard to see any like multiplayer aspect besides Four Swords, or that, God, fucking Hyrule Warriors. The other one that just fucking recently came out.
Okay.
It was just crap.
Yeah, it was. Chris Galvez asked, so where does the Wolf Link amiibo fit in? I have an answer for you. So, if you didn't know, Twilight Princess HD Remaster came out for the Wii U. It was originally for the GameCube and the Wii. They released the actual left-handed Link version of the game. They HD up-resed it for the Wii U. And alongside, with the release, came the Wolf Link amiibo with Midna riding atop. And they promised that the Wolf Link amiibo would interact with Breath of the Wild. When they said this, it didn't have a title yet, but they didn't say how. In Twilight Princess, the Wolf Link amiibo unlocks a special stage that's separate from the actual game. It's like a challenge stage for the Wolf Link, and if you haven't beaten that stage, if you just buy the Wolf Link amiibo separate by itself and set it on your Wii Pad or whatever the NX is going to use for Zelda Breath of the Wild, basically when you pull up your Sheikah Slate, the Sheikah Slate acts as your spell book. There's different spells in the form of what are called runes, and there are ones like stasis that let you freeze time, the bomb that recharges and has a detonator, remote detonator, the magnet one that lets you telekinetically pick up metal objects, basically what amounts to the ice rod that lets you pull platforms of ice out of the water. And then to the far right, instead of a rune, there is the amiibo icon. And when you put the wolf on the pad and access your Sheikah Slate with the amiibo icon, you will summon Wolf Link as a pet, just like D-Dog from Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. And Wolf Link will follow you around and hunt wildlife and fight enemies. And he has his own set of hearts. He has his own health. And that health is dependent upon, I guess, however well you've done in that challenge mode on the amiibo functionality on Twilight Princess HD remaster. And so I've seen footage where Wolf Link has loads of hearts, and I've seen footage where Wolf Link doesn't have very many hearts. So yeah, and with this they've also announced with 3 other amiibos that will be coming out. I believe it's 2 Links, one with him on a horse with the hood, and one with him shooting the bow and arrow. And then the third one is one of those big
Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians, the Temple Guardians, and it has flexible parts. So it's the first amiibo to have that. And they didn't talk on the functionality of those amiibos. One of the major things that have changed that was immediately noticeable was the fact that Link has the ability to jump now. You can press a button and Link will jump. This hasn't been present in any other Zelda game. It's always just been you run at a ledge and he'll jump when he needs to, and you have the dodge roll. But now Link does some parkour. You can just run up things, and like you were saying earlier, Alvarez, he can just climb anything.
Yeah.
Like
is that option available in other games?
No. No.
This is
No, it was always you had to have there was clear and obvious spots where you could climb, some vines, you know what I mean, or
hopefully it's everything.
No. Aonuma literally said, I got you on that one. Aonuma literally said you can climb anything, trees, walls, mountains. The only thing is you have that stamina bar, and how fast that stamina bar depletes while you're climbing depends on the incline grade of that wall or surface that you're climbing. And if you run out of stamina, Link falls to his death.
Yep.
Oh shit! So you might have to be okay.
So that's where the food comes into play, because we know that Link can cook, and we know that some ingredients cause Link to restore stamina. So that's where you might have to start rationing supplies to get up mountainsides. You know what I mean? That's where it becomes. Oh, I need to go collect stamina. I need to go collect stamina restoring ingredients so I can make it up that sick ass mountain over there.
Right. I know you. Maybe you didn't like it. We were talking about this about Final Fantasy VII, where the grinding and everything. You don't like.
But this is a different kind of grinding. You know what I mean? It's resource collecting for a goal. You're not just fighting the same enemy over and over again for experience points. And I did not see experience points present in this game. It was you're looking for better gear.
Skill.
It's all gear and skill. You know what I mean? You're trying to improve your character in a meaningful way, not a numbers, not a quantitative way.
Before, dude. I don't. Maybe it was just an MMO thing, but the idea of it's better to get skills and equipment to get to A to B or defeat this guy over here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just It might not work for MMOs, but especially for games, they need to get rid of that fucking shit. You don't need that shit. That's just dumb. Well, you know what I'm saying?
This game looks to be doing pretty well. It looks like it's a lot of because he approaches one of those guardians, and it just starts shooting fucking laser beams at him, and you can tell Link's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Maybe you leave, and once you have the sick ass armor that I saw in a
Come
video.
back.
You come back and you're like, fuck your laser beam, pussy. I have a fucking set of armor now, and fuck him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowing me, this is me. Normally, right after I beat the game all the way through, I'm definitely gonna end up 100% in this, even if I have to look through every fucking nook and
Yeah.
cranny,
Same
blow up
here.
every wall.
Yeah.
It's something I'm gonna do. But in that process of doing that, one of the first things I'm gonna end up trying to do is figure out how far I can get with killing off a guardian without all the stuff first.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing, and this is one thing I really love about this game, and you can for sure as hell damn like I haven't seen any of the podcasts about E3, but if you're someone who's sitting here watching this podcast, you specifically chose this part to listen to the Nintendo part, and you're a Zelda fan, you like to challenge yourself. Tell me if anyone actually made this a challenge yet. But if no one has, you heard it here first.
The Apple
I'm
challenge.
going my second run through. I'm gonna do all apple challenge. That means 3 hearts, nothing else but apples, and I'm gonna try to get everything I need. From that point forward, I'm gonna rush towards the final boss. I'm not gonna go grab anything else, any other armor, anything like that. I'm gonna grab one set of armor, all the other items I need,
Yeah.
a bunch of apples towards the final boss, and there you go. That is a challenge.
Yeah,
I
Aonuma actually said that's a possibility. He doesn't advise taking on that challenge, but it is a possibility.
Hey man, I've done 3 heart runs of a lot of Zelda games. I mean, from time to time, even I do this all the time too. From time to time, I'll have like a bottle or two, and then we'll have a fairy. Because sometimes, I get scared myself. I get really nervous, and I know I'm gonna lose all 3 hearts. And instead of getting that game over screen and doing like a fucking Nuzlocke and having to restart the entire game, I'd rather have that safety net. But knowing that I at least have a couple of hearts, and knowing that I actually have to, figure things out and actually remember everything I know from the original Zelda games that I've played into this one is exciting. It's sort of like playing Dark Souls and then going to Dark Souls 3. You have all this stuff.
Yeah. Dude, looking at this, I don't know if I would go as far as to say it. I haven't decided in my head yet, honestly. But the fact that we have had this much to talk about Zelda compared to all of the other games that all of the other shows offered, I think that it's a distinct possibility that Nintendo stole the show with this one game.
They're probably competing with God of War a little bit, but
it's the most searched game.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they probably definitely.
I mean, you could argue that all of Sony's games beat Zelda alone, but dude, this is literally Nintendo is notorious for fans being like, dude, Pokemon, prime example. Fans for the last 3 generations have been like, shit, man, change something. You know what I mean? Like, anything, change it. Don't just give us new monsters. Fucking change some shit. And they're like, no. Nintendo's all about that. No. Zelda is another prime example up until now. It has been Ocarina of Time with a little gimmick each time. Majora's Mask was like, oh, it's the same game, only this time masks. And then the next one was like, oh, and this time, fucking sailboat, bitch. What you know about sailboats? And then the next one was like, wolf, werewolf. And then the next one was like, everybody has a pet bird. And then now it's like, fuck that, we're making a good game. And it's just going to be amazing like Zelda's supposed to be.
I remember we were arguing about Nintendo. It was like in this the stocks were like fucking.
Yeah, they're in a scary situation. That is undeniable. They're in a scary situation. They're coming into the middle of a But dude, that being said, that game, I saw it and I went, I have a Wii U. I'm buying the NX.
Yeah, they did it.
Buying one.
Yeah, they fucking I remember I look back at the stocks and went fucking straight back up. Like, holy shit! Like,
I wish I would have invested.
Yeah, I know.
I was scared though. I was scared because dude, there was
Yeah.
such a good chance that they were gonna show us Zelda and be like, oh, but look, twist, M. Night Shyamalan. This time he It's in the future. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like they could have done anything, any stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This time he has an airplane that he can get into. You know what I mean? Like it could have been any dumb thing.
Yeah. Oh, hypothetical, and a little bit off. Do you think that like where you climbing and shit, like maybe like climb down into like the secret? There's gonna be all these secret spots.
Oh, that is Zelda. There's gonna be a load of
Like
those.
what about like secret like storylines? Like just like what if like it's like really hard to get to this top of this mountain? You're gonna need like so much fucking food. Like you're gonna be just it's like one of the hardest things to get to. Lots and lots of time, right? Lots of resources to get to the top, and like you just open a whole new world, whole new storyline worth of shit. Just like oh, welcome, you're back.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is the first game where Nintendo could get away with it because Nintendo traditionally has never done this. Aha! I feel like DLC could come out for this game. I feel like it's so good.
No.
I feel like it's so
There should be
good.
DLC.
Oh my god, it's so fucked that we're saying that because everyone bitches about DLC, but Nintendo could release this game. I could play it for 200. It looks like I could easily pour 200 hours into this game, and then if I was finally about to just like, put my head on my pillow and they were like, but wait, bitch, you know what I mean? There's more, motherfucker. I'd probably drop another 20 piece on it. You know what I mean?
Right. But they have to release it soon. I mean, don't. I don't know. Is it that DLC? Like, no, or is it 2 months from now after you play 200 hours? You're gonna play 200 hours within a month or two. And,
yeah.
And
this game is gonna encompass my life.
Right. So, what would you be? Who knows? Would you be done with it after 200 hours?
No. And the only reason I say that is because this isn't any old game, man. This is people's childhood we're talking about.
Yeah, I wish I did. I wish I did play it.
Hey, man, after the success of that Zelda announcement, they came out and said, get ready to see some new Mario. That's what they said. They said, expect some major changes to the Mario formula.
Nah, I think they should have killed it.
I don't think so, man, because Mario Galaxy was a 10 out of 10. And they've proven that acrobatic, free-running platformer still has a place. It just needs to come into the modern age. It just needs to have. They need to upgrade. They need to up the combat. That like Mario needs to be, because it's always about avoiding. You know what I mean? And there doesn't even have to be that insane of a storyline. I mean, it would be nice if there was. I mean, that would be pretty cool. But I think it just needs to be focused on like, I don't know, maybe giving Mario a stamina bar to give you a challenge to getting up walls and things like that. Maybe make it his like punching and kicking in combat. Maybe make enemies surround you. Give the enemies some AI, because as of right now, all the enemies are stupid. You know what I mean?
It's Mario's stubby little guy. You know what I mean? They would have to stretch him longer and like
No, man. Traditionally, you're right. The Mario from the platformers, but look at Mario from Smash Bros. Those are two different Marios.
Right.
Angry face, athletic looking Mario.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chris brought up a good point. We can't let Zelda completely steal our show. I do want to say something about Pokemon Go. What do you guys think of Pokemon Go? What do you know about it?
I know a little, but I don't think it's gonna blast off. I don't know.
You don't think so? What do you think, Martin?
I know you can buy the little Pokemon Go clip thing. You can pre-order it now. And honestly, this is just me. I'm a little excited because I heard the whole thing where you could become, it's still
become the gym leader of your area.
The gym leader, but it's still up in the air of how you can become the gym leader. How that
works,
yeah. I want to become a gym leader for this little town I live in. So
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Better watch out for Momo.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Pokemon Go looks like what everyone wanted Pokemon to be when it initially came out on the original Game Boy. Dude, I mean, the whole idea of Pokemon is trading and battling friends. It wasn't supposed to turn into this. The original vision wasn't that it was this one-player gauntlet through gym leader land until you got to the Elite Four. That wasn't the vision. The vision was that everyone would be constantly trading their friends. I mean, I think that they originally wanted from Pokemon what Japan treats Monster Hunter with. how everyone plays Monster Hunter in Japan. You know what I mean? It's completely commonplace for me to just ask you, you know, what weapon type you use in Monster Hunter and expect you to answer me with something reasonable. You know, and Pokemon's the same way over there. But here, that's just not the case. And so cell phones make that easier.
It's almost like I remember imagining like the card game, like the Pokemon cards, right?
Yeah.
I remember thinking like fantasize like, oh man, I'm gonna be the best Pokemon player in the world. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be this dopest motherfucker. You're gonna go to tournaments. You're gonna you're gonna be like you know what I'm saying, and you win cards, you win things like that. I just imagine that's the only way it would get me back in is if this Pokemon Go thing would play like that. Would be like you could be the dopest motherfucker in the world, like, you know what I'm saying, or at least in your area. I mean, I would be so happy.
But I think it's cool because I think it's one of those games. It's a new idea where it's gaming that makes you want to leave your house because there may not be Charmanders in your area. Your area might be just crawling with Weedles and Geodudes. Right. Like that's what they said. That's what they said. And you might have to drive 20 miles out of town to find a fucking Caterpie or a Pikachu. You know what I mean? Right. Shit. There's probably there's enough Pokemon that there might not even be some Pokemon in America.
Right. Yeah. Imagine like what was I gonna say? Like, fuck, I lost it a little bit. Like, it just I mean, even if that's the case, let's say you just get stuck with fucking bunch of Weedles or whatever. Like, I would have the dopest like motherfucking Weedle. What's the final form of the Weedle? Like Beedrill or something? I don't know.
Beedrill, yeah.
Yeah. The dopest motherfucker. Like, I got the dopest Beedrill on the fucking planet. Who wants to fight me? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd be the dopest motherfucker. I guess if it plays out right,
Wow, you do.
I'd like to say one thing to that.
Wow, you have to go to. Chris Scalva says you have to go to real storefronts to buy potions and burn heals, etc. You will have to go to the Pokemart, if you will.
Oh shit, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Well, there's an issue with that. There's one issue with that. There's actually only 2 Pokemon stores in all of the U.S.
Fuck that. It might be at fucking Sicko. It might be at Sicko. They can tie that shit to whatever they want. Store. Yeah, I'm opening up a motherfucking store out of my house.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me go back to the Weedle thing. Art, you're gonna become Bug Capture Joey.
Yeah.
From the Pokemon
Yeah.
There's nothing but Weedles.
Yeah, you better go. You better starve yourself and go on a sick diet and get some big ass glasses, or else I'm gonna be pissed. And you have to carry a bug net. You have to carry a bug net everywhere you go, and talk as annoyingly as possible.
I'll be hiding out like behind a bush or something.
Yeah. Anytime anyone makes eye contact with you, you have to throw a rock at them and then run up to them and just start mugging them for Pokemon battle.
You gotta say something completely random too.
Yeah,
that's what causes the fight.
I wanna start a movement. I wanna start printing like little safety pin buttons, and they say and they're gonna have like a logo on them. And if you're wearing the button and you make eye contact with me, we have to Poke battle. And I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put buckets of them all around town. And anyone who's wearing one, those are the rules. If you make eye contact with me, you gotta drop whatever you're doing. I don't care if your kid's bleeding out. We're Poke battling. Those are the rules. And I'm gonna have a little iPod speaker with a Beats by Dre pill where it plays the dun 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 immediately. I can't wait for this. The thing is Pokemon Go has the potential to change everything about culture amongst children in America. You know what I mean? Like it changed our culture when we were kids, just with the Game Boys.
Oh my god!
Kids were stabbing other kids. They were killing each other.
I was stealing Pokemon cards like it was fucking food.
Dude, if you picked Bulbasaur as your first Pokemon when I was a little kid, now I've changed now, but I hated you. I didn't like you as a person.
Yeah, exactly. Charmander or fucking Squirtle. You know, Charmander is like, the dopest one. Remember Charizard? Remember that shit?
Motherfucking Charizard. I remember hating Ash. Ketchum. He was a fuckboy. I thought he was a terrible trainer. I would have been way better than him.
Yeah.
He's all about friendship. I'd have been training those little Pokemon all day long.
Like, look at Gary, dude. He like just sits back.
Yeah, Gary's a baller, dude. Gary's a baller. That's because he's working hard. His Pokemon know he's true. Yeah. All right, well, we've hit 2 hours, so
Oh shit! Oh man, I feel like we could go forever. Well, let's just. Oh, dude, Pokemon, dude. We could probably go on.
All right, but before we go on with that, let me cover couple of these because I actually did a bit more research into figure out what else was showed at E3 because I know some of us are probably not going to sit there and fucking watch the commercials
Yeah.
for everything. So I'm a little excited for this. I'm actually might run to Walmart and go buy a Nintendo Wii card or a Nintendo, cash card to actually buy this now. But Corpse Party, besides being ported over to the PC, it was actually ported over to 3DS, and it should be available this month, somewhere around now. It actually should be available. So if you guys never played Corpse Party, you really want to play the first one, now's your chance to actually get it on the 3DS. The other thing too is that apparently there's a prequel to Yakuza coming out some point later this year. There's no actual release date. Was it Warhammer? 40,000? It's supposed to be coming out this year.
40K.
Yeah, but you can actually buy it on Steam. You can pre-order on Steam right now, and if I'm right, there might be some early access shit in that. And then there's Persona 5, finally, which was not really covered at E3 because you have to go to get a bunch of random backstories about some of the characters, which is kind of cool, and at the same time, Atlas is just like that. But to clear up some confusion, Persona 5 is actually releasing in Japan before we're getting in America. We're not going to get it in America until next year, around Valentine's Day. So there's that.
Localization.
And to answer what Chris Galvez is saying, yeah, Corpse Party is pretty dark, but at the same time, you have to remember they did port over Binding of Isaac onto the 3DS.
Yeah. Nintendo's been getting more and more open with third-party support, man.
And it's welcome. Like the community loves it. Like if you hop onto your 3DS, go into the eShop store, you're gonna see a bunch of just random ass third-party games that you've probably never heard of.
Hey, Nintendo. That I think that's what we should leave on. Nintendo changing for the better.
Survival, really, isn't it? Just trying to keep alive. Like,
It's the gaming world apocalypse, and Nintendo just picked up a chainsaw.